Welcome, Grenada, Carriacou, Pidimotic, and the world. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. Of course, we are coming to you from the beautiful Spice Isle of the Caribbean. We've got it all, yeah, boy, in abundance. Sand, sea, and sun. We can access right now the sun, but as for the sand and the sea, yeah, we are restricted from so doing until the 6th of April. But that's all right? When things go in scarcity, the demand increase. So that is no problem. We expect the beaches and so on to be crowded and more appreciated when we are off this whole curfew kind of business. Anyway, folks, welcome to another program. I'm happy to be here with you. Despite the limitations, we are still here with you to tell you what's going on. Not much happening in Grenada because, you know, well, we locked down. But still, we've got a few things to tell you about. It's day number 1. It's the first full day of the mandatory lockdown. And so we'll tell you what we experienced during the course of the day so far. Folks, if you have not yet done so, I'd like to encourage you to please share the program. When you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are here. Some people asked me today, Mikey, when you operating the program and I see you doing this, and I said, what is really going on? Listen, I cook, cleaner, washer, everything in one. Yeah, I host and operate the program at the same time. Just me. So when I go down, just for your understanding, when I go down, it's because I'm accessing my files and things like that. I wish I had an extra 2 mm chin so I didn't have to go down. So, but it's a small thing anyway. Let me do this, all right, folks. Let's take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight. So we will tell you a lot about what we experienced for day number 1 under the mandatory shutdown. Grenlec apologizes for unexpected island-wide outage. Listen, island-wide, it was like, it brought us back to the days of Hurricane Ivan when we just had to sit down there and wait, boy, and watch the neighbor clean the yard. Yeah, it was kind of different. No phones, no internet. Well, when I say phone, the home phone thing now. To an extent, right? No internet, no current. Yo, that piece is different. You know what I mean? Right, so we're going to talk about that. Early morning quake rattles Caribbean islands. We're going to talk about that. Day number 1, like I said, of the full lockdown. We're going to talk about that. And the Grenada Port Authority operational changes. We're going to update you on that. Nawasa is going to talk to us about the dry season challenges. Of course, now they have instituted valve regulations. Of course, that therefore means that persons will be without water for specific periods. Breaking the rules in St. Lucia. Police say that they're going hard on COVID-19 violators. Likewise, here in Grenada. Also, talks about abuse and a video in circulation. We're going to talk about that and more when we return on tonight's program. Folks, when we come back, it's going to be real news in all the Lily Lolo. Get all the pistachio, get all the coke, get all the water, get all the popcorn. You know, get all the cricks. Eat all the bourbon or biscuit. Yeah, it's not digestive or surely. Because when you hear we come back, it's suspense, action, and drama on the program. Remember, the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of the good folks at Nawasa and Digicel. We coming back. And if all don't share the thing yet, all share the thing, no man. Don't play greedy, no man. Share the business.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes. From as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Brannan, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
The following is an important announcement from NWASA. The National Water and Sewage Authority NWASA is an essential service within the meaning of the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Regulations 2020. In light of the recent announcement by the Government of Grenada of a mandatory shutdown for the period March 30th to April 6th, 2020, be advised that all offices island-wide will be closed. During the period, the following numbers will be available for the reporting of leaks and no water complaints. The Parish of St. Andrew, 405-3362. The parishes of St. David and St. George, 459-4096, 405-3814, 405-6996. The parishes of St. Mark, St. John, and St. Patrick, 405-1197. NWASA's emergency line, 435-0715, or 292 plus the number sign. WhatsApp 459-6064. Consumers are advised that team members will not provide bill balances and account queries on the telephone numbers provided. NWASA thanks the general public for their understanding and cooperation and encourage you to please be on the safe side. NWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Thank you very much, the folks at NWASA. All right. Okay. So, folks, the first thing that we want to tell all about, is about the Grenada Ports Authority. All right. Now, the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Regulations 2020 makes provisions for commercial ports and related businesses to remain open for business, subject to any variation by the Port Authority. Now, in that regard, please be advised that during the period 31st March to the 6th of April 2020, the Grenada Port Authority will operate during the hours of 8 a.m. and 12 noon daily. Now, during the period of the mandatory curfew, be further advised of the following. All cargo ships will be handled in the usual manner and as per scheduled. Expected time of arrival, ETA. The delivery of cargo will be to the essential services of businesses as defined in the above mentioned regulations only during this period. All rental and storage charges accumulated during the mandatory curfew period will be waived for non-essential services. The Port of Grenville will be closed. The Port of Tyrrell Bay, Carriacou, will also be closed. All established sanitation and social distancing protocols remain in effect while conducting business at the authority. And for more information, you can contact the authority on telephone number 440-7678 or Grenport, that's GRENPORT at spiceisle.com. Please be guided accordingly and as well be safe. Earlier. Now, NWASA says that the thing getting sticky in terms of the dry season and has the following information for you. NWASA say that NWASA is faced with distribution challenges as a result of the present dry season facing Grenada and the rest of the region. Daily, NWASA monitors all systems and their capacity to meet demands and notes an increasing shortfall in production. Now, the company's ability to provide a 24-hour supply is further hindered as a result. Now, it has become necessary, according to NWASA, to institute valve regulations for the Les Avocats and Mardi Gras water systems serving communities in the parish of St. George and St. David as follows. Les Avocats affects Beirut and Minakar, Windsor Forest, Apsley, Pedmota, Marion, St. Paul's, Richmond Hill, Montgelou, Laborie, Hopeville, and Creighton, Mardi Gras, Antoine Hill, as well as parts of St. Paul's, Beirut, Cobo Town, Bay Gardens, Africa, parts of Mont Parnassus, Mondelez, and Old Westerhall. The schedule takes effect from Wednesday, 1st April, that is tomorrow, and will remain unless otherwise advised by NAWASA. So please be guided accordingly. Now, communities to receive water days and times: Laborie, Mondays to Friday, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Communities without water supply during that period: Mount Airy, Mondelez, and Mont Parnassus, the Bocas, Creighton, Holders Hill, and Parade. All right. Now it goes on and on and on. So what we will do, we will. I think we already have it on our website. For more details, you can check that out. All right. They say as we approach the peak of the dry season, with the continued threat of the COVID-19, which requires increased use of water for personal hygiene, such as hand washing, NAWASA strongly encourages persons to conserve and limit non-essential uses, such as for power washing or paved surfaces such as roads and sidewalks and so on, driveways and garages, etc. Avoid also, washing of vehicles with your hose and irrigation of lawns and gardens. Yo, what is that piece? NAWASA, right now my hubs now start to bossy head. I see little thing on the top, the thing germinate. What is that one? You gotta get water, dog. Yeah, so my thing just germinate. What is that? NAWASA is coming. Listen, right now man have to plant food. You know what I mean? Anyway, NAWASA is committed to meeting the needs of every customer. However, individuals are also reminded of their personal responsibility to ensure that you collect and store a minimum of 35 gallons of water per person per day for a 3-day period, taking into consideration the needs of your household and your pets. The current projection for the remainder of the dry season will certainly bring additional stress for all water systems, and others may be added to the list as necessary. And NAWASA say they are committed to meeting customers' needs. NAWASA, you get hard in me, but I have to wet me herb. You know what I mean? The belly kind of getting high, so I have to drink the herb to make it go down, if you know what I mean. Now we're moving on. No, people were talking about the income support that the Prime Minister talked about in his speech. When are we going to be able to access that kind of thing? You understand? So what we have for you is a brief, in terms of when you can and who can get to benefit from this. All right. So the income support beneficiaries are like public buses and taxi drivers and tourist vendors and so on. So for you, in terms of the criteria for the income support, you must be registered with the National Insurance Scheme, must be registered with the Grenada Tourism Authority where applicable, employee verification form where applicable. And what is the process to access the income support program? A one-off application would be made for the monthly grant for a 3-month period. This application is expected by the 10th of April 2020, and the Secretariat will validate the information received and ensure the relevant processes are carried out to aid the disbursement of the funds. In terms of the hoteliers and restaurants and bars and small travel agencies and other related tourism businesses, well, the criteria: you must be registered with the Inland Revenue Division, you must be registered with the National Insurance Scheme, and funding should not be used for salary payment to owners, directors, and management. Entity must be in operation as at and up to the 1st of March 2020. And it goes on and on and on, all right? You can check out our Facebook page for information on that. Folks, today it was a blackout. Black. As power Quran go, dad. You know, so man watching the little Chinese and the Kung Fu and thing, and man feeling nice first there, the, how they call it, the man, the Tory boy, don't care about that because you have internet and you have current, and then boom. Current go. So man started to panic. But we know Granite already. When you hear current go, it's like 2 minutes thing. You know what I mean? It's like a switch and like a pew. You know what I mean? So we know current coming back, but the man fine. Well, wait now. I find the current come back. 5 minutes go, current come back. So then when man started to call, yo, you're current, you're current, you're current. It turned out that it was an island-wide outage. So you can't leave your house. You can't leave your yard. You do a current. You do internet. Yeah, no. That's one of the toughest things in Grenada's history as we know it. Because you have some of them Facebook badge and it's like their life done with them, you know. I'm telling all you. Anyway, there were a lot of talks. And then Grenlec came up and said, well, Grenlec apologizes to customers throughout the mainland Grenada for the island-wide outage that occurred on the morning of the 31st of March, which was today. The initial outage was caused by a generator tripping at our Queen's Park power plant, which resulted in several areas losing power. While restoring power, another unit tripped, resulting in an island-wide outage. In other words, all will break the current. Everybody home. Everybody want to watch a little Kung Fu, a little Chinese Kung Fu, and all will break them people current. And then the internet broke too. So, they say, contrary to some accounts we have observed on social media, this morning's outage was not related to a fuel shortage or major system failure of any unit or system. We wish to assure you that our teams are working around the clock and going to extraordinary lengths at this time to ensure that you have the electricity supply that you need. Please continue to follow us on Facebook, and you can check us out there for official information, and you can also contact us on telephone number 237 for emergencies. And that's according to Grenlec. Listen, the memes on social media was epic. When I tell you epic, epic with an ep. Somebody said, you know what? I don't want to say it for them, you know. I want to post it for all you. Let me tell you, the Grenadians dread, you know. I wasn't going to show it on the program, but I'll show it. So let me get it for all you. When I tell all the Grenadians dread, that way they bad. You see, when it comes to memes and things like that, you don't be think Grenadians day. You understand? You don't be think Grenadians day. Ja, no. Alright? So hold on. Let me get a piece for all. Let me see if I get it for all. How are we looking? Look it. All you? When I tell you the J, here one. Who write that? Don't tell me you can't hold on. Are you blind? You can't see? This person writes, that's the 30% off at the end of March. Yeah, no. This other person writes, Grenlec had a dry run for their curfew protocol in case y'all don't want to listen. Yo! Only in Grenada. Only all you will go do that. All jet. But one thing I know, Grenlec is a very reliable company, and when you hear current go, bet your dollar it coming back no. The other day when I run all about Grenlec last week, turned out people cutting bamboo and throw it on them people lying and disrupt the business. You understand? Grenlec, since I can say one of the utility companies that you can bet your bottom dollar on. Yeah, I mean, so they'll play all the wrenching and things, they'll play all the roughing up my company there, heating on our wall, yeah. No. Anyway, lately that talk to me going, how we looking for a time? Earlier, an earthquake with a magnitude of 4.4 rattled several Caribbean islands during the early hours of Tuesday, but there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries. The Trinidad-based Seismic Research Center of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies said that the quake occurred just around 2:42 a.m. Local time on Tuesday morning. It was located at latitude 17.24 north and longitude 62.04 west and at a depth of 103 kilometers. All right, the SRC said that the quake was felt in St. John, Antigua and Barbuda, Basseterre, St. Kitts and Nevis, and so on. All right, Guadeloupe and these places. Yeah, so we don't feel like, you know, we have other things to worry about. We going. Ladies and gentlemen, day number 1 of the curfew was rather interesting. Driving around, seeing nobody on the road. And as promised, there were roadblocks. Yesterday, the police commissioner announced that, hey, even if some persons are allowed to move within their parishes, hey, nobody ain't crossing from parish to parish. So I decided, here's what, let's put that to the test. And as the old people would say, lo and behold, yes, the police had roadblocks set up at the borders between parishes just to make sure that nobody violates the expectations. Of course, some persons were allowed to move around, like the essential workers. All right, so yes, every 2 minutes you go see a little vehicle passing. That's because they are essential workers. All right, so yeah, so that was one. Then heading into the city, and as well, take a look at this. St. George's, the tongue that never sleeps. Well, kind of after Guav. A ghost tongue as well. Guav start to sleep now. But anyway, going back to the story. Yep. So by will or by force, persons stayed away from the town. Of course, from time to time you see a 1 or 2 vehicles passing and things like that. But at the majority of the times, the place was at a standstill. Speaking of standstill, while I was there in the city, I observed the homeless people still attempting to look into the bins that by that time were empty because you know no KFC, you know no place open. Right? And then the thought comes to you. Anybody who sees that, but wait now, what's going on with the homeless? They are people too, and they rely on our refuse to get a meal. And some of these people are in these situations probably because they cannot help it. Are we thinking about them? But here's what. If we are not thinking about them at a national level, we can do so on a private level. So here I am inviting the private sector to join me and my team, the Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation, and our supporter, Mr. Steve Duncan, and others who we are hoping to come on board as soon as possible. And of course, we would have a conversation with the police to facilitate that process of presenting and providing food hampers to the homeless because they need to eat. We're looking at a budget of about $6,000-7,000 so that we can provide a nice meal. A nice little, not really meal, but a nice little bag for them. You understand? So that while we're at home, they don't have to dig the bin. You understand? We'll get them some cricks, we'll get them some cheese, get them a little malt, and organize a business. Alright? So far, we've had the commitment of Mr. Steve Duncan. So far, the Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation will be leading the charge. And of course, if you own a supermarket, we want to invite you. If you own a shop, to invite you to be a part of this so that we can feed those who cannot feed themselves. You understand? Good. Just after the program, just link me. And we have to do that fast. You understand? We ain't sitting down and that for no egg to hatch. We're moving on real quick. Yeah? Good. Cool. We're moving on. How are we looking for time? So, we had the ghost town. We had the roadblocks. Then came accusations of police brutality. In this video, there seemed to be someone in police uniform observing a man doing some push-ups that has been making the rounds on social media. We cannot validate this information. We cannot say that this has happened in police in Grenada because of the accent. We don't know. However, this is the video that is making the rounds on social.
18, 19, 20.
Alright. And why you want to tell the people out there? Tell them something.
Tell them what to do every day. Stay inside from the place.
And don't break the coffee.
And don't break the coffee.
Alright, good.
Right. Right. So that's it right there. Stay inside
I don't hear
and
anyone.
don't break the curfew. So people are saying, hey, that's in Grenada and that's police brutality, police brutality, police brutality. Some are in actually support of what's going on in there in the video, while others say that they're disgusted by it. I don't even know where I stand. You understand? I don't know the man. I don't know if it's Grenadian, St. Lucian, Trinidadian, Barbadian. You understand? But the story that is being told is that this person broke the curfew and the police punished him by giving him some push-ups to do, 20 push-ups, and making a commitment and having him to state it on camera that he and others will not break the curfew. So, some people are for, some people are against. So you know what we do when we program, when we are faced with this dilemma, we ask you, do you support this or do you disagree with this method of disciplining an individual who has decided or who has broken the curfew? We're doing that for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, let's see the views that's coming up here now. All right. Somebody said that's in Grenville. I know this place. I know this house as well. All right. So what's wrong with push-up? Somebody says. Another person says that's very good. Somebody else is saying that the police did very well. Somebody else is saying what's brutal about that. Somebody else is saying that the police is, I'm just reading as they come, the police was nice for doing so. The PM said that the police should not be abusing anyone. Not everyone had a home to go to, Mikey. Okay. Somebody else said that they support it. All right. Somebody else said that I agree. Somebody else said that I ain't see anything wrong. All right, so people are giving their views about this, but of course, it has sparked outrage on social media saying that this right here, is a form of abuse. We all are entitled to our opinion, all right? And we respect everyone for your opinion on that matter. How are we looking for time, people? We're moving on. If you think that breaking the curfew is only limited to Grenada, then you have to think again, because St. Lucia has the same problem. And the police is saying if you break the rules, they are going to be hard on you as the violator.
Government established emergency regulations which resulted in the temporary closure of a number of non-essential businesses. The cluster of groups had become a source of concern as that would lead to the rapid spread of coronavirus. However, as the days went by and the number of cases of COVID-19 continued to climb, persons were breaking the rules. Acting Police Commissioner Milton Daisy told the listening nation that police officers have been working tirelessly to ensure that persons adhere to the rules set by government. Commissioner Daisy disclosed that on numerous occasions, the officers have had to respond to calls and go into establishments, in some instances twice a day, to shut them down. He has urged operators of businesses that do not fall under the list of essential services to be more responsible.
Coming next week, or should I say this week, we will not be running around. We do not have officers for that, running around asking persons to desist from doing this. You are aware. Police have warned you, and the coming week is not a time for warning. And I'm serious about it. Persons will be arrested.
The island's acting police commissioner stated that the Prime Minister has assured him that as of Monday, March 30th, fines will be meted out to violators.
Thank you very much for that. You know what? All the wicked, you know. So all you can tell me elbow white. All the jail. What I say? A man take a little shower and come on the program, you know. I don't cream up in the night because what I'm saying is when you shower and you cream up in the night, I can set a heat. But then when you come in the AC and things like that, and you drop the skin, your elbow don't get white. So somebody could just say, Mikey, your elbow white, you know, but all the jet, you know. All the jet. Yeah, all the jet. Grenadians. And that's it. And I say I like it all, you know. Jimmy, man, I don't like all that again. Come on. Can I say a black man elbow white, dog? I don't hold it against all in. Everybody elbow is white. So, we moving on. How we looking for time? Yeah, laugh. All get joke. Think for all to cry, all laughing, all try to make the announcer look like it a beat. Anyway, let me put some jeggings on me elbow, eh? Some of all when all beating in the night, all creaming up. Well, go with that. Cream up with all the thing, all hot, all got to sleep with fan. When you bathe in the night, don't cream. Let the skin get night can rest. Yeah, I mean when you cream the skin, you're covering up the pores in the skin. Your skin can breathe. Anyway, how are we looking for time? Oh yeah, the next thing that we have to tell you, the World Health Organization says stop wearing masks. Not me. World Health Organization, the people spearheading the whole business. The World Health Organization officials on Monday said they still recommend people not wear face masks unless you are sick with COVID-19 or caring for someone who is sick. They said that there is no specific evidence to suggest that the wearing of masks by the mass population has any potential benefits. In fact, there's some evidence to suggest the opposite. In the misuse of wearing a mask properly or fitting it properly. And they say it encourages you to put your hand in that region. And then if the mask come in contact with anything, you understand? Even if somebody sneezes on the mask and they do this on the mask and the mask protect you, you take off the mask, you put it here. Alright? You see, when you take out the mask, you hold it in a string, or you hold it and then you put it on and then you go down and pick it up to go and throw it. You understand? You throw it, you feel good because you're good, you're safe. Whole day you have your mask on your face. Hey, morning neighbor. Please smash up again. So they say it's like a false sense of security. Don't bother about the mask. Alright? But if you choose to, you're business. You know what I mean? You're business. Folks, how are we looking for time? Alright. So usually we just have some heavy news, you know what I mean? Because we like it heavy. So, you know, we strengthen it back and we take it hard. But of course we have to strike a balance with a little something soft. And so we have our entertainment piece for you as usual. And our entertainment piece, more often than not, comes from Grenada. And we have a very, very talented young woman here on the island that we don't really recognize, but she's working hard. Her name is Sabrina Francis. Some of us have really understood her value, but some of us lagging behind. And if you have any doubt, let's see if we can put that to rest right now. It's called I'm Awake. Here is Sabrina Francis.
Hey!
I'm awake in spite of all the peace that's flown my way. I'm awake inside of all the things surrounding my face. I'm awake 'cause you told me great things you do, my friend. And I'm afraid but you hold me, and I'm invincible again. What, you never stop believing, you never stop the preaching, you never like to see me cry while I'm learning, but you got to watch for line how I'm going. You forever tried, you never gave me back to the other side, and now I'm grateful that you never, no, you never, I'm awake in more ways than one. Can't keep my mind from running, can't keep my thoughts down. I'm awake 'cause you kept me going. You saw the dream before me, and I see it now. You never stop believing, you never stop the preaching, you never like to see me cry while I'm learning, but you got so much for line how I'm going. You forever tried, you never gave me back to the other side, and now I'm grateful. You never, no, you never, hey, you never left my corner, and when I feel low, you lift me higher, and I still owe you for it. Yes, I will love you for it. You never keep none from me. You never bad mind, you never grudge me. And what I didn't know, you show me, and I will love you for it. Yes, I will love you for it. I will love you for it. I will love you for it. I will love you, boy. Yeah, I will love you for it. I will love you. Wow. I will love you. I will love you, boy. I will love you. I will love you. I will love you. I will love you. I will love you, boy. I will love you. I will love you. I will love you.
Soca in all your Lily Lolo, Sabrina Francis. Yeah, man. That one bad. I see somebody come. Listen, Sabrina is a genius. Seriously, she's a genius. Because I see somebody commenting about me hairdresser. Hey, Olia, since before we go in quarantine, I tell Olia, you think I'm joking? Me ain't going to do me hair. I don't care if I turn a rasta. I ain't going in no hair place. I don't go in no. No, sir. Hey, you crazy or what? Me go. I respect my hairdresser. I love her. You understand? So I want to keep her safe. So Mingo, you're crazy. You're crazy. I say, listen, I don't care if I turn a rasta under that COVID-19, I turn in rasta. But nothing to go so. Yeah, I mean, yo, I might have to try to do it for myself. I tell all you since before we go on lockdown, I ain't going away. I'm a man of my words. Seriously, I don't care. You understand? I don't go and put nobody at risk. And yeah, let's leave it there. You got me girl, me hairdresser, you know I love you. Anyway, folks, we check a break and come right back. And when we come back, we've got the best part of the show. Stay tuned.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Granite, St. George.
The following is an announcement from NAWASA. NAWASA is an essential service within the meaning of the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Regulations 2020. In light of recent regulations announced by the Government of Grenada, please be advised that effective Thursday, March 26, 2020, our office hours will be amended to reflect General Office Operations, Main Office The Carenage, Grenville and Guelph Sub-Office, opening hours 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Cash Offices, Main Office The Carenage, 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Grenville and Guelph Sub-Offices, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The authority thanks the general public for their understanding. The following is an important announcement from NAWASA. The National Water and Sewage Authority NAWASA is an essential service within the meaning of the Emergency Powers COVID-19 Regulations 2020. In light of the recent announcement by the Government of Grenada of a mandatory shutdown for the period March 30th to April 6th, 2020, be advised that all offices island-wide will be closed. During the period, the following numbers will be available for the reporting of leaks and no water complaints. The Parish of St. Andrew, 405-3362. The parishes of St. David and St. George, 459-4096, 405-3814, 405-6996. The parishes of St. Mark, St. John and St. Patrick, 405-1197. NAWASA's emergency line, 435-0715 or 292 plus the number sign. WhatsApp 459-6064. Consumers are advised that team members will not provide bill balances and account queries on the telephone numbers provided. NAWASA thanks the general public for their understanding and cooperation and encourage you to please be on the safe side. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Thank you very much, folks, and it is now time for the National Report.
Government working to secure more protective gear for frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, March 31st, 2020, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell says government is working intensely at securing more protective gear and equipment for health officials and police officers as the fight against the further spread of COVID-19 continues. Dr. Mitchell said Grenada, as many countries, was not prepared for the magnitude of the virus. During a press conference on Monday, the Prime Minister said although Grenada's frontline workers, like the police and health officers, are geared up, the government is still trying to acquire more equipment so that they can carry out their duties effectively. He added that because the fight against COVID-19 is global, there is a delay from manufacturers due to the high demand for the same products.
What we are facing today, we were never prepared for this. Never prepared for it. If we were prepared, as we should be, probably all of us would be carrying face masks as we walk in here this afternoon. But we're not. So clearly the police does not have all equipment, so we are searching for equipment to be able to give them all the necessary protection, and of course the health workers who are going out there and have to face some of the people who may be contaminated at this particular time. So yes, we have some support equipment, but not all that we need, but we are in fact looking. The problem you have is no country was prepared for this. You listen to the great United States with its trillions, and they can just print money. We can't print. They just go and print. And yet, they have the army that they could call upon to make all the equipment and support. Yet the people are dying without the service because no one was prepared for this. Not one. And therefore,